I can't help but wonder lately why people choose to follow leaders who are clearly harmful. And not just now, but historically, this is like one of our worst habits as a species. And it's not because people want harm done, it's because the leaders are really good at manipulating human instincts. When people feel unsafe for any reason, whether it's financially or socially or culturally or even physically, they don't look for nuances. They look for someone who says directly, "Don't worry, I know what to do." And that can definitely feel safe for someone who's scared, even if it's a scam. And once a leader is part of someone's identity, facts begin to not matter. Criticizing that person starts to feel like a personal attack on them. And charisma is not magic, it's just confidence. Simple language, repetition, storytelling. A harmful leader with charisma can make destructive ideas feel safe and comforting. And the human brain loves shortcuts. We don't want to have to figure everything out and fact check everything. We want someone to just make it simple for us. And I just like you, I'm sure I have fallen victim to these traps. Like this person is in charge, so they must know what's right. Or what about my group supports them, so I should too. Or the classic, "I'll only listen to information that confirms what I believe." Harmful leaders weaponize these thoughts. Life is complicated, and harmful leaders promise easy solutions. And for us who want shortcuts, whose brains instinctually want shortcuts, it's easier than facing the messy truth. Most people are turned off by complexity or uncertainty or moral ambiguity, and that's just human. That's not because they're stupid. And a harmful leader will often give you a villain or a simple solution. They'll tell you who you are and who you should blame. And for people who don't want to navigate those complexities, it's a psychological relief package. And a harmful leader will often say, "Relax, I'll handle everything. You don't have to do anything, just remain loyal to me." And that sounds good to people. Loyalty is a lot easier than responsibility. And it's not ignorance and it's not stupidity, excuse me. It's a coping mechanism. And harmful leaders often exploit the fact that you don't know who you are. If you don't know what scares you or what comforts you, the things you crave and the things you avoid, what you believe or what you're ashamed of, then someone else can define that for you. And once someone defines your inner world, they also control your outer world. And that's why know thyself isn't just a cute ancient quote. In reality, it's one of the most liberating instructions that we've ever been given. When you know yourself, you can know when fear is being used on you, when your identity is being manipulated, or when charisma is overriding your logic. You can recognize when a leader is speaking to your wounds instead of to your wisdom. And self knowledge doesn't make you perfect, it just makes you harder to hijack. Most people don't follow harmful leaders because they're bad or foolish. They follow because they don't know themselves well enough to know when someone else is steering their emotions. And know thyself is the cure because it interrupts that entire cycle. It says, "I know what I fear, and I know what I want, and I know what I value. And I know when I am being manipulated." It reveals when someone's speaking to your insecurities instead of your intelligence. And that is agency. And having values don't automatically make you moral. A person can sincerely value dominance or obedience or vengeance or control. Those can be values, just not healthy ones. And harmful values are almost always based on fear. When someone's worldview is shaped by fear, then their values become defensive. And defensive values often hurt others. And morality really comes from a person's willingness to reflect on their choices. A person who has agency but lacks empathy often is a rigid person. And a person with empathy but no agency often become a passive person. And a healthy society needs both, or a balance of it. So the real question is, do you know your values? And do you know how your values affect other people? And that's where growth happens, my friend. And I think that's the way to get through to people who follow harmful leaders. Be excellent to each other and examine the values you carry before they become someone else's burden.